Alright, we are back live again for round 6. We are at Trial Mountain, getting ready for another 60-minute race, round number 6 of 8. 3 more of those today. We'll kind of take a look here at the points while we are waiting to start up. And let's see, GT7 Greece dominating fashion yesterday. 200 points available for taking, and they got 198 of them. So definitely a dominant day for the GT7 Greece team. They'll start on pole today. Infinite Octane 12 points back with 186. Behind that, another 4 back is going to be Midwest. That's going to be your top 3. Behind that, you got the Frontline Racing Crew, only 1 back of Midwest there for that podium spot. Fox Body Mafia is only 3 back of that podium spot. And then you got Panty Droppers at 176, 3 back of Fox Body. TOK at 170, Baby Got Track at 166, Fiddle Luckers at 161, Victory Pace 157, Devil's Rejects 154, Sin City Racing at 152, Misfits Racing at 143, and Always in the Rear at 140. That being said, there's a payout for the top 3. So you got the 100, the 60, and the 40 for the top 3. But then there's 3 bonus prizes going out. One is a set of coasters for the team. One is a set or a koozie for the team, and then the other is a $25 you getting your entry back. So we will see how that plays out. I have those screenshot and ready to share, but I won't share them just yet. So you're gonna have to do what you can. Hopefully you're in the right spot when this thing's over to get one of them bonus prizes if you can't get into that top 3. We will be rolling at the top of the hour. Give me 1 second. All right, so our front row, we will see Sampi? I'm going with Sampi. Honda. We'll call him Honda. That works. Got Honda and Azriel on the front row. Row number 2 is going to see Fuller and Mopar Beatdown. Those two had some good racing yesterday. A couple of Lamborghinis there. Actually got 4 Lamborghinis in a row right here from 2nd back to 5th. Row number 3 going to see Krulab and Nas Fox. Row number 4, T-Can and Keneal Autis. VPR Chef's going to be manning up row number 5. Jose the Gray is going to join him there. And then we have in row number 6, we got Juanita and J-Skin. And your final row is going to see Shredda and Asmo. So that is your lineup. We roll in just under 5 minutes. I am going to get myself all ready to go, and we will get ready here in just a moment. As always, make sure you share it. Let's get this everywhere. Let's see if we can get ourselves over that 50 mark today. We got so close yesterday at 47. So let's see. Make sure you share it around. Share it with friends, family. Get them all in here. Let Monkey fling some poo at some people. Come on. Alright, as you can probably see there on the screen, we are just moments away from going. Once that clock hits 00, we will hit the start. Get this thing rolling here. 60 minutes on the docket. No rain in the forecast for any of the 3 races today. We got Trial Mountain, Road Atlanta, and Daytona Road Course. Daytona going to be your finale. We'll see how that one's going to roll. And we are going to roll right now. Wait for this to load, and then we'll jump in and get a view of this. Like I say, you got the GT7 Grease driver of Honda out front right now. He's going to be in the Ferrari out there. See how he can do. Asriel in the Lamborghini. This starts the Lamborghini train of Asriel, Fuller, Mopar, and crew all running that. Nas, I believe, was in the Ferrari there. So that's your top 6, Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And we are live for round number 6 here, Trial Mountain. As they head down into turn 1. Tricky turn 1 here. You can see there, it's really got to be careful coming up the hill. Oh, looks like Mopar got to look to the inside of Fuller, not able to do anything. Somebody off back here. That's going to be Nas Fox. Not sure if there was contact, but he was out in the grass. Good save there, keeps it straight. Drops him back to 7th. Jose to the inside of Canelo for the 8th spot. Jose may have a look at Nas as well, coming down into this corner, the right-hander. All clean and clear up front. There is some action going on back here. We got Chef and J-Skin side by side for that 10th spot. They're right behind Keneal. Keneal trying to hold them off. Shredda's going to have a look as well. Not able to do anything with Chef just yet. They come out of the tunnel. And they will head up the cut through a couple tunnels up the hill. Nice long straightaway here. Got to have a good run or you are not going to have a good set. Let's see. Anybody? Looks like we have a pass for the lead. Asriel going to be able to get around the GT7 Grease driver of Honda. I think it's Sampi. I want to call him by that. Fuller gets back to the inside of Mopar, takes that 3rd spot. Crew in the 5th spot, so your top 5 all kind of within a range here. But Asriel will hold the lead as they come through the final sector. We'll see if he can lead this first lap here. We'll stay on board with him, then we'll jump back through the field and see what's going on. Trial Mountain, like I say, that long straight will create plenty of action with the draft heading down there. Oh, Sampi a little bit deep into there, but was able to make it. Still right on the tail. And Asriel will lead the first lap here at Trial Mountain. Fuller in 3rd. Got Mopar, crew. T-Can going to have a look at Mopar here. Let's jump on board here. We'll see this corner. Just what I was talking about. As you head into turn 1, you just kind of let the throttle off a little bit, and then you can really gas it up, ride a little bit of the curb, and not too much. As you see, T-Can grabs a half-second penalty, but he does have a run here out of the outside, not able to do anything. Not any room out there. You don't want to go out in that grass. But T-Can's going to try to make the move here on Crew Lob. And to the outside. Oh, he slides it a little bit. Not sure. He does not get there. Crew is able to clear him. They will head off to the back. Kind of jump back through. Jose up to the 7th spot. Nas and J-Skin 8th and 9th. All these cars real close. Plenty of Lamborghinis and Ferraris in the field. Juanita, what's she in? I believe that's the NS6. No, the McLaren there for Juanita. So Asriel's still your leader here. Lap and a half into this one. 60 minutes on the docket. You see down the bottom left, that's counting up. So hopefully you can do math to figure out how much time is left. Let's take a look here. Plenty of shout-outs. Got shout-outs for Midwest, always in the rear. Shout-out for Sampi, Juanita, and Misfits Racing. Yeah, for sure. Fuller had a great day yesterday, really. I mean, he was had to start in the back because he didn't make the qualifying. He had to cover for somebody else, so it was great to see. Azriel up to about a 1.5 second lead now. Came prepared to fight for this one today. They're going to need some luck as well because of the way the points are. They will have to have GT7 Grease not finish in second, which they didn't do at all yesterday. It was first or second all day for them. So they're going to have to hope for some luck as well. But Azriel's doing what he can. That's all that he can handle right now, or all he can control, I should say. See, we got Azriel on the mediums. Sampia on the hards. Ooh, a 1.5 second penalty for Fuller, so he definitely, I'm going to guess that first corner got him. He will serve that one on the front straight, heading towards the start-finish line. He is on the mediums, though. We got the hard, so we got medium hard for the front view. Krulov still holding off T-Can, but T-Can is not letting him get away, putting the pressure on, and while they're doing that, Nas, Fox, and company are coming to join them. See them side by side heading up the hill. And there you go. T-Can can't quite get that move done. We'll stay on board with this one and watch out the back of Krulov. T-Can makes a move, and he will clear it. Great dive down into the corner. And don't look now, Nas Fox is going to pressure as well, the Ferrari chasing Lamborghini here. We jump back up to T-Can and watch this battle. 4 cars in a line with a couple more stragglers right behind them. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th right here. And to be honest, 9th and 10th rolling up real quick. That's J-Skin and who else? Shredda back there. Holy boogers. And there you go. That's going to be the penalty served. And he will take off, but he will lose that 3rd spot to Mopar. Mopar will get it around him right there. Get across the line to end lap number 3. Juanita. Got a J-Skin shout out, another Sampi. I think I'm saying that right. I think the T is silent in that. T before S is always silent, I feel like. Jump back up front here. Looks like Azriel has opened it up to 2.5 seconds now. Like I say, he can only control what he can control in these races. Doing a great job on that one. Stop holding on to that 2nd spot. Got about a 2.5 second gap over Mopar. Mopar, after the penalty for Fuller, has opened it up to about a 1.5 seconds as they'll head up the hill onto the long back straight. Fuller got a decent lead over Nas, but we come back to this. Nas did get around Crew. Oh wait, where'd T-Can? Oh no, something happened with T-Can. Must have had a either a penalty or an off there, but he's all the way back into the 10th spot. Oh man. My nose itches. Got another J-Skin shout out. Let's see what is the action's up here. Jump on board with Jose. Excellent, let's do this. This is fun. So Nas gets into the 5th spot and has opened the gap a little bit. Krulov holding off J-Skin right now. Shredda, Jose, and T-Can in tow. They'll come down into this final few corners here and they'll head onto the front straight. I don't see any penalties for these drivers, so pretty straightforward. We'll see if J-Skin's going to try to make a move down into this heavy braking area. He will not. He will look out. T-Can going to take a look, though. Not going to have enough to get it done. Does tuck back into line. Shredda, J-Skin side by side. A little bit of contact there. No harm, no foul. Oh, J-Skin a little bit into the wall. Don't think he picked up any damage. He did not, so we'll go back to Shredda. Shredda gets around J-Skin. We'll see if he's going to make the move down into 1. Look at the sun coming down. The rest of these races all day will start later in the day, and we'll start seeing some nighttime coming in. Daytona 100% will be, the majority will be under the lights, so and we ride along. holding on with Shredda here. Plenty of pressure. I mean, this has been a entertaining first stint for all these drivers. Let's see what all they're on for tires right there. So you got hards for Krulov, so he's doing a good job holding off there. Nos was on the mediums. We got softs for Shredda. J-Skin on hards. We got mediums and got softs for Jose. So Asmo just trying to do his best to get up to these guys. So Shredda trying to close down on Krulov. Is closing, but not, I don't think, going to be enough. Krulov does leave the inside open. Shredda will take it. And side by side the HUD up through here. We'll keep an eye on this one. Shredda able to hold on to it. Got Jose off a little bit there. T-Can side by side for Krulov and J-Skin behind these guys, behind Shredda. The action is right here. As far as I see, it looks like Asriel still holding on to that lead. Maybe a battle for third and fourth between Mopar and Fuller. Let's jump up there quick and see. Fuller is on the tail. We'll jump off here, see if the couple of Lamborghini is able to battle it out or if they're just going to push each other. At this point, with these guys behind, I feel like I would want to just push. Just draft and do what you can to make sure that Nos doesn't catch up to the back of them. They get racing a little bit too much and Nos will be right there. And I'm not going to lie, Nos in that Ferrari is a contender. So 5.8 right now, 5.6 the difference. They are losing a little bit, but not too much. Looks like Fuller is not trying to press the issue just yet. Shredda and J-Skin back at it for the 6th spot. All right, we're at 35. Come on, we need 15 more. Let's hit that 50 mark today. Fling some monkey poo. Get them in here. Shredda and J-Skin side by side heading down the back straight. Out of the tunnel they come, up the hill and over the crest and deck. Down the hill they'll go. Side by side. Side drafting. Who's going to take it into the corner? This is a interesting corner. I think J-Skin's in the preferred area because you can really drop down. But look at these two side by side, and J-Skin will take the spot. That will hold on to 6, actually take 6 from Shredda. But Shredda will not let him get away. Jose in front of T-Can. Krulov dropped back to 10th, so maybe had a penalty or an issue. And don't look now, Asmo closing in on the back of the top 10. I'm telling you, this is by far one of my favorite tracks on here. It is I feel like gives you some of the best racing there is. The straightaways are nice, and like the corners are nice, wide, easy racing. Oh man, good stuff. J-Skin still holding off Shredda the HUD down to the front straight. Ending lap number 6, 12 and a half minutes in almost. And they'll cross the line. Probably see pit stop starting in roughly. Let's see who was on the soft. There was somebody on soft right there. Shredda. That right front's getting a little bit down there. I'd imagine maybe 2-3 more laps we'll start seeing some pit stops with the soft riders. J-Skin at this point doing a good job with those hard tires. Started back in the 12th spot up to the 6th position. Shredda as well though. Shredda started 13th and is up to the 7th position. So these two drivers right here so far the biggest gainers in the race. While they are battling it out, they have separated themselves from that next group. Really pushing each other to the extreme. Asriel still holding a steady lead over Sampi. Behind that, Fuller is in front of Mopar now. And then you got Nos all by himself, and then the group that we're looking at right now with J-Skin and Shredda. You can see Nos up in the distance. I think they've actually closed quite a bit on Nos here. Nos has closed on the back of Mopar, so right now, the way this is shaping up, I'm not going to lie, we could see a 4 or 5 car battle for the 3rd position. So we will keep an eye on those gap times as they go. Let's look at the last few laps. A 3.5, a 3.6, a 2.5, a 2.2, a 3.0. So yeah, definitely catching up from 7th, 6th, and 5th are catching that next group. This is going to be an interesting one as it ties down. Right as that happens, though, we'll probably get to see pit stops start happening, and that will change everything. And there you go, Jose, the first one in on the softs. Does have a little damage. He'll have to get fixed up while he's in there. Asmo will move around him for the 6th or the 9th spot. T-Can will move up into 10th, and Keneal joining the party now as well in the 11th spot. I'm telling you, this is one of the raciest tracks there is. Chef will jump into the 12th spot as he goes by Jose in the pits. And Juanita around the last few corners. Let's see, will she take this 13th spot after the pit stop? I'm going to go with yes. Azrael 5.6 up on Sampi for the 2nd spot, or for the 1st spot. Lots of shout outs for Sampi and the Grease team. I always like that. Got a shout out from Chip for Chef. Oh, the front is a much like yesterday, very stretched out. The front 2 cars, pretty much all the races yesterday were pretty stretched out there. The battles really come back here in the 3 through, well, almost everything. So Fuller on his last lap, a 2.0, so a big improvement there for his. Mopar with a 3.5, a 2.0 for Nas Fox, so he's closing in. Closed about a half second here in the last couple laps. Shredda, looks like Shredda and J-Skin maybe lost some time. Shredda got back around J-Skin for that 6th spot. So they lost some ground there. Let's see, J-Skin a 3.0, a 2.9, so not horrible times by any means, but Shredda will head down into the pits. That's your first of that front group. Shout out for Nas Fox from Chip Reese as well. Right now, Fuller up to a 1.5 second, opened up a little bit here, closing back down. The nature of a lap gains and grows back. It's just kind of one of those things. Sitting around that 1.3 area right now, holding on to that final podium position. Zaskar giving Azrael a shout out, getting that up in that win right now. Hopefully he can hold on to that for the whole race. Just over 17 minutes in, that means we are under 43 minutes to go. Yeah, that's right. I did math. So Fuller losing a little bit of ground here to Mopar. Mopar closing in now, got it to about 0.8. Oh, and Nas not too far back either, 3.5. Been pretty much that now for a few laps though, so not gaining too much. Looks like these guys picked up their pace just a little bit. We'll check those lap times after they come around this time. So Nas has grown that lead over J-Skin by 8.3. Oh yeah, Shredder went into the pit. So J-Skin all on his lonesome now. 9 to the front, 4 to the back. Krulov holding on to that 7th spot with Asmo with about 3.7 back. T-Can about 2 seconds back of Asmo in the 9th spot. Keneal in the 10th spot. And then we got Chef in the 11th. Shredda in 12th after his pit stop. Juanita in 13th. And Jose rounding out your field. I believe Jose did pit as well. Yep, that's right. He did, and he had some damage. That's correct. We see T-Can off into the pits there. So he'll be the next one to take on the pits. Looks like he has a little rear end damage. Jump back up here. Let's see. Fuller with a 2.2 that time. A 2.4 for Mopar. 2.3 for Nas as he has closed in a little bit here. Maybe in that first sector of this lap. But he's down under 3 seconds now as he's trying to close in on the back of this. He wants to get his foot in the door for that podium. So I think we'll see a great race here at the end. I'm telling you, 3, 4, 5 has really been the hot spot for the battles this whole event. It's been pretty freaking awesome. A 2-minute .076 is their fast lap for Azrael, so really hauling the mail up there. J-Skin ran a 5.0, so losing time of 5.0 and a 4.5 the last 2 laps. Oh, it looks he does have some damage, so I imagine he's trying to stretch these hards as long as he can, but how much time will he lose in the process? He was racing side by side with Shredda there right before the pit stop, so we'll see where that cycles out when he pits. We jump back up front. Azrael continues on, rolling on those mediums, about 50% on that right front. Got a decent amount of fuel left, so he's just in cruise mode. Actually set that fast lap the last time. So definitely right now just set it on autopilot and roll. That Lamborghini really handling Trial Mountain here. Sampi as well, running a great. He's got a 2-minute .913, so 9/10 off Azrael. You can just see what kind of time Azrael's putting up right now. Great job by both drivers. Azrael made the move on, I believe it was lap number 2, got around and opened up the gap, but these two have gapped the rest of the field. Sampi got about 11, almost 12 seconds now over Fuller in the 3rd spot. Fuller still holding on to about a 1.5 second lead over Mopar, 1.3 now. Like I said, that bounces around through the lap. So let's see, we got a Lamborghini, we got a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and then T-Can rocking the Renault. Jose and a McLaren, and Juanita and a McLaren. Yeah, it's funny. You can tell which car people prefer here. I think probably for me, I'd probably go Ferrari on this one if I had, just had a free choice at it. All right, we are over 20 minutes in now, 22 to be exact. Closing in on that halfway mark of this race. Still yet to see pit stops. Sampi in for his first stop. So hit the 22, ran 11 laps. You can see it right there. As you see, it's about a 2-minute lap, so pretty easy to see where we'll be here as it shapes out. But still had fuel left in the tank, so looking to maybe do a little undercut and try to cut some of that time back out of what Azrael had. Azrael now got a 21-second lead over Fuller in the 2nd spot. Fuller opened up to a little over 2 seconds now over Mopar. But Nas has closed in. Nas is only 2 seconds back. Oh, lost a little bit right there. But right around that 2.5 now, it's opening up. Not a good first sector here for Nas. Lost a little bit of ground there. J-Skin has lost a little bit more time to Nas with that damage, but trying to log it as much as he can. Crew Lab holding on to the 6th spot right now in this pit cycle. Just depends on how everything works out. But he is going to see some pressure here soon from Asmo, as Asmo is closing in on him. Oh, yeah, that is right. Sorry, those are NSX. the NSX and the McLaren look so much alike. I get those mixed up sometimes. Sorry about that. Good call there, Dimitris? I think I said that right. Asmo right on the tail of Krulov now. They got Sampi closing in behind. Will Asmo be able to make a move down into the long left? It looks like he's taking a shot at it. He's to the inside. That's the preferred line into it. Will he be able to hold him off? Krulov gets a run around, not able to do it. Tucks back in behind. That's going to be Asmo up into the 6th spot. They better be careful, though. They got that fast GT7 grease driver back there. Oh, Sampi. And we see Nas Fox into the pits. So we're starting to see big pit cycles here. We'll see what these two drivers decide to do. Looks like they will continue on, all three right here. Well, actually, Sampi already pits, so. Well, let's go, Asmo. Thank you from, I believe, Anthony, you're red, right? I always forget. So many people trying to remember who's who. So Asmo does get around Krulov, opening up that gap a little bit now, but Sampi's going to be closing back in on him real quick on those fresh tires. We jump on board with Sampi here as he's going to work his way through some of this traffic. Truly not a race between these drivers and Sampi, as he has already made one of his stops and just working his way back through, trying to gain whatever he can in Azriel. The traffic could be what holds it up just a little bit, though, and he went to the medium, so going to have a soft run at the end, it looks like. I'm going to assume that's what we're going to see from Azriel as well. He's going to go mediums to hards and then be on the softs at the end. And he is into the pits. Azriel, your leader, dives into the pits. 4 liters of fuel left. He'll get a full tank and roll out. He'll jump over to those hards, and we will see just what Sampi can gain from the mediums, as he will work his way around Asmo back into the 5th spot. Fuller, Mopar, and J-Skin yet to pit. We'll see when they decide to make that dive. Looks like we got Fuller in right now on those mediums, about 9 liters. Sampi catches a little bit of that wall, a little scrape, no big deal. Asmo not away from Krulov yet, though. We'll see. What are these drivers going to do here? Asmo off into the pits. Krulov will continue on. So let's see. Right now we have Mopar yet to pit, still rolling those hards. I'd say he can get 1 or 2 more laps on the fuel he has. So we'll see how long he decides to go. After that, I believe everybody else has made their pit stops. And so Azriel comes out with an 8-second lead. But like I say, there's a difference in tires now. You got the mediums on Sampi, so we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. 7.5 right now. Krulov yet to pit, sitting in the 4th spot. So Mopar, Krulov, the two that haven't pit yet. Fuller, though, is in 5th right now, but is losing ground to Nas behind him. Nas has it cut down to 1.3. We'll come back to this one in just a moment and see where that action ends up. You see Shredda gained almost 10 seconds on J-Skin there on that pit sequence, so definitely not what J-Skin was looking for. He's going to look to try to close back in on that. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. T-Can and J-Skin, though, back at it. These two were involved in that 5-6 car battle we saw earlier in the race, and they are back to racing each other. Not too far behind, though. Asmo 2.2 back. These guys get racing. He'll be right on their tail as well. And Mopar into the pits. Oh, T-Can off into the grass, caught the wall, and does take on some damage. Not what the Renault driver was looking for. Asmo closing in on him. Got that damage and caught that wall, and Asmo is going to close in on the back of him. That'll be for the 9th spot. You see Mopar is in the pits. And I will see here in just a moment. Let's see. Crew Lob as well into the pits. So we'll see some cycling here. Once these two come out, we'll see where the positions sit. Asmo did get around T-Can. T-Can's going to dive it off into the pits here. As we are approaching the halfway point. Keneal Holt got a decent lead over Chef for the 11th spot. Chef decent over Jose, and Jose's got a decent lead over Juanita. So we jump back to the front. You can see there Azrael pushing hard on those hards and is losing a little bit of time here. It was about 8 seconds when he came out. It is now down and losing a lot down the straightaway. You saw him sideways sliding. He's going to lose well over a second, second and a half, maybe even 2 seconds here down this straight. And it is now down to 4.2. Azrael going to have to do everything he can here as it is getting dark here in Trial Mountain. Going to test these drivers now. Who's going to bring this thing home? You can see the brake rotors glowing. Honda Monkey. Yeah, I know. I realize that now. I don't know why they look like the McLaren so much that it just made me think it was. And Azrael across the line now got a 4.3 second lead. These two drivers got over 20 seconds over third. Mopar is in the 3rd spot, got a 1.7 second lead over Fuller, Fuller's got Nas Fox roughly about the same as he's been. 1.6, 1.7, yep, there it is. Nas and those guys have a decent lead over Shredda for the top 5. J-Skin is closing down on Shredda. He was about 9.5 seconds when we looked earlier, so we'll see if he can close down on him. You see the tire difference there. You got hards and mediums. So we'll see how that one works out. Asmo kind of in the middle there in the 8th spot. Got Keneal in the 9th spot. Crew Lob in the 10th. And then we got Chef, T-Can, Jose, and Juanita. So let's jump back up here. We're going to keep an eye on this one. That's down to under 4 now. So other than that, it's kind of spread out right now. Let's jump here. These are the ones that are really the closest. But I'm definitely keeping an eye on those leaders. Because I have a feeling that we're going to see a battle for the lead here before the end of this stint. We stay on board with Fuller and watch those times. 1.1 back to Nas, 1.3 up to Mopar. That's for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Final podium spot up for grabs here. I feel like these 3 teams have been battling it out almost every race, I feel like. So for your teams, you got Infinite Octane Racing out in front. GT7 Grease in the 2nd spot. Frontline Racing's in 3rd with Midwest Esports in 4th. Nas Fox is for Fox Body Mafia in the 5th spot. Shredda for Sin City Racing. J-Skins with the Panty Droppers. Asmo with the Fiddle Luckers. Keneal, let's see, that is the Devil's Rejects. Crew Lob's going to be for the TOK Speed Syndicate. And we got Chef back here, Victory Pace Racing. We got T-Can for Baby Got Track. Jose the Gray is going to be for Always in the Rear, and Juanita for the Misfits. So we are down to 3.3. Looks like maybe leveling out just a little bit. Not gaining too much. Ran a 1.2 last time to a 2 minute and 0.6. So gained about 6/10 there, a little more. Well, like I said, we'll keep an eye on that. But for now, we got Fuller right behind Mopar. He does have the penalty, so he'll have to serve that the next time around. He'll try to get around Mopar and be able to gap him a little bit before that. I can imagine right now Fuller is cussing me out. I know Fuller's not a big fan of these night races. But going through the tunnel and coming out here at Trial Mountain in the night is just a good time. Nas closing in on the back of him. See it there. Mopar opens it back up. And back at about 3 seconds there for the lead. Lead back under 2 seconds now. I tortured you guys with that as I was showing Mrs. Monkey all the liveries, so you guys had to deal with that. But we are back at it, and Azrael gonna start feeling some pressure here. It's down under 2 seconds, 1.7 right now. Yeah, she came in, wanted to look at some liveries, so we would just get through the field with it. And right now we are watching this one. Let's quick jump over here. Looks like that's spread out, but Fuller side by side with Nas Fox. They head down to the straight. And looks like Nas will clear him. Fuller will have a penalty the next time they come around. And that's going to put Fuller in the fifth spot. Nas up into fourth. Quick, let's go through and see what the rest of the gaps are. J-Skin under pressure from Asmo. The Fiddle Luckers chasing the Panty Droopers. Had to do it. Had to do it. Couple of Ferraris here battling it out. And we're still at 1.8 there, so we'll go back to this battle. Oops, wrong one. Oh, it does not like going under the tunnel in this view. See there, the headlights glaring. Got the yellow lights on J-Skin, got the normal white ones on Asmo. Asmo is going to have a shot at him here. Instead, gonna bump, though. These two may be working together to close up as much as they can on Shredda. Shredda's only 5 seconds ahead. So I got a feeling these two might be working together. Those fiddle luckers. Yeah, Cynical, I was giving him crap. Oh, is Asmo going to dive off into the pits? This could be our first of the stops, I believe. I didn't see anybody else go in yet, but Asmo taking the early stop here, going to see what he can do. So let's jump back up front. Only at 1.7, so has not closed too much. So now, oh, and he has some damage, so that changes everything. How far will they take these? How far can the softs make it is the real question. Oh, and Kitty's going to be part of the broadcast again. Kitty, kitty, meow, meow. Kitty, kitty, meow, meow. Oh, you're going to the bathroom? I think I'll go too. Kitty! What's up, Kitty? Meow. Kitty. Meow, meow. There it is. Meow. Kitty, kitty, meow, meow. I don't know if you guys can hear her through my mic or not, but she's just sitting over there howling away. 1.6 now, the gap down to almost 1.5, so Zombie able to still contain with the damage. It's going to be a soft tire shootout, but who's going to make the first shot at those soft tires? Azrael, plenty of fuel in his, plenty of tire left. I'm interested to see how long these two are going to take these. And we're going to break under the 2-minute mark once they get those softs on there. Kitty. Kitty. Meow! Feed me! Give me food now! I rule this motherfucker! I mean, motherfricker! As long as Chris's mom isn't watching, I can cuss. Chris's mom doesn't like when I swear. 1.5 under 1.5 now for Sampi, so definitely an interesting... Oh no, and that is going to end that chance right there. That is even heavier damage going to be on that one. I'd imagine we're going to see that GT7 Grease driver diving off into the pits this time. No threat of losing that second spot at the moment though, so he'll be able to pull it off in. But how long can he take the softs? Would they be able to go from this point? We are under 18 minutes to go. We'll have to see if he's got enough to do it. That opens the gap almost 10 seconds, so tough luck there for Sampi. We'll hold on to that second spot. Mopar in the third spot has opened up his gap for that third spot. Almost 10 seconds now back to Nas. Nas has opened up the gap to Fuller. Fuller maybe will see some pressure here soon from Shredda as these pit stops start. J-Skin closing in on the back of Shredda. We were talking about that for the first pit stop. J-Skin in that process lost about 10 seconds. He's got it down to 2.5 now. Both driver, well, I think Shredda will be going on mediums. I think J-Skin will be going on softs. So, and we do see Sampi is going to dive it down into the pits. I would imagine, let's see, he'll probably drop to 4th, maybe 5th, I think. We'll see where that one works itself out, but J-Skin closing fast. He's at 2 seconds now. Let's see, he ran a 2.1, 1.7, got a 3.3 and a 2.3 for Shredda, so definitely gaining ground on him as they work their way around Wanhita. Shout out to Wanhita, a fresh racer with us. Tyro gets her into the mix and throws her to the wolves, but I like it. She's out here putting in the laps, learning the way around. Great track presence and always a good car when you come up to lap. She knows you're there. She makes sure that she gives you room. Great race etiquette for her as Sampi is onto those softs. We'll see what kind of times he's going to bust out. He is in that 4th spot. I don't believe he's going to lose that. No, he will not. But did he pick up? Oh, no, a 3-second pit penalty. So that's going to hurt even more. Don't think he's going to have a shot at catching Azrael unless something happens. Shredda was into the pits as well. Fuller in. Let's see. Asmo, was he in the pits? Nope, he did not go into the pits, so he continues on. Oh, for sure, Tyro. I obviously I haven't raced with her a bunch, but I know I've heard a lot of good, and just from watching, like going and watching replays and stuff. So it's, I mean, sometimes you feel like you got thrown to the wolves and you're not doing that great, but it's all about just putting the laps in and getting the practice. I mean, it's the only way you're going to get quicker. So we see Jose into the pits. I don't believe Chef has pit, it looks like. T-Can, I think we'll have to pit one more time. Maybe he can make it. I think he can make it from there. And Juanito, oh no. This track not treating Juanito well. Got some damage on there, but still a pit stop to go, so she'll be able to get that fixed. Azrael continues on. About a 40-second lead there for Azrael. So Azrael just got to bring this thing home. Still has a pit stop to go. Same with Nas. Nas will have to pit as well. We'll see where this all cycles out after everybody's done. Sampi holds on to that 3rd spot right now. Looks like after everything, about a 6-second lead over Mopar. Mopar shouldn't have to pit again as we are at 13.5 minutes to go. Any other battles? Ooh, there we go. Shredda and Fuller. As they head down the front straight into turn 1. Fuller definitely wasn't trying to make a move there. That is a tough spot to try to pass somebody. He'll look to close it in, get as close as he can, and then maybe get it on the backstretch. But definitely right there, there's a difference. Let's see, Fuller on the soft, yep. So soft tires versus medium tires. So Fuller definitely going to have the pace. You see just coming over the hill behind him is J-Skin, and J-Skin not too far behind him as well. J-Skin plenty of pace here. We'll see what he's able to do. All right, they head up the hill here. Will Fuller get the run out of the corner that he needs? We'll stay on board here with Shredda. This is for the 7th position. Azrael, your leader, into the pits. Should, unless Nas doesn't pit here, then he will lose the lead for a moment. But and here is the move. And the door shuts on Fuller. But don't look now. Fuller going to take a look at it again. Not going to be able to get there, though. The more these two battle, the more that J-Skin will catch up. Fuller's going to want to get around quick if he's going to do it. Or else he's going to have pressure from J-Skin. Oh, that might be a penalty there for Fuller. A little bit wide. Going to lose some ground here. Fuller really able to dive it down into that corner. Closes a ton of ground. Fuller's right there. Not able to do anything just yet. We see J-Skin just 3.4 back there. Keneal into the pits. Krulov in the 9th spot. Looks like Keneal will hold on to that 10th spot in the pits. Everybody else spread out. We got 5.3 from Azriel back to Nas. Nas yet to pit his final pit stop, so we'll have to see where that one ends up. Oh, Tyra, you tell her. The first, God, I'd probably bet 25 to 50 races I did, I was horrible. The first race I ever did, I got lapped 5 times on Magore in a, I think it was a 40-minute race. It was horrible. I got so obliterated. And the more and more I've done it, the quicker I've gotten, and now I've just kind of, I've hit my peak is where I'm going. But yeah, definitely. You tell her. You just let her know. Nothing to worry about. Keep putting in those laps. So Nas will dive off into the pits. That'll give Sampi the second spot back. About a 12.2 second lead for Azriel. As we approach now 10 minutes to go. We are down to the final 10 minutes. So we'll see about 5 or 6 more laps from these drivers. Everybody now, I believe, has made their final pit stop. We'll give a run through the field here once they are all done. Juanita in for her final pit stop. And Azriel looking to set that fast lap. Sampi right now with a 59.273. We'll see if Azriel is able to beat that one. We'll just call it Lake Megs. That's what we'll call it. That's what I'm going with, Chip. Lake Megs. So Azriel right now not on pace to set that fast lap, but has opened up his gap a little bit there on Sampi. Mopar holding on to that podium spot and got plenty of gap to hold that 22.5 seconds. Nas Fox in the 4th spot. Good start or good run here for Nas. Asmo in the 5th spot. Asmo still has to pit? Didn't see that one. Asmo really... I swore he'd pit already. Anyways. Fuller in the 6th spot right now. Got Shredda in the tail, but did get around and has opened up that closing in down to 1.7. We'll kind of keep an eye on this battle. We'll come back to that one. J-Skin holding off Krulov. We got about 14 seconds on him for that 8th spot. So we got Krulov 9th, Keneal rounding out your top 10. We got Chef, Jose, T-Can, and Juanita. Just looking at gaps as I flip through here. We're going to go back to this one. So Shredda looking to gain on Fuller after losing that 6th spot. Shredda from 13th on the grid today. Up to the 7th spot. J-Skin from 12th. So a couple of big gainers there. We'll see where Asmo ends up, though. I believe he's going to have to pit one more time. I don't think he can stretch those all the way. 7 minutes to go. So we're looking at about 4 laps left. As we stay on board with this one. Closest battle on track right now. Shredda in the middle, about a second gap each way. Got Fuller 1.1 out in front. J-Skin closing in just a little bit, almost to the 1 second mark. Let's look at tires. What's everybody got? We got Sauce with about 55-60% on that right front. Shredda on the mediums. And J-Skin got some decent tread left on his for a couple more laps. So J-Skin's going to want to close in, as Shredda has closed in under a second now on Fuller. If Asmo has already made all his pit stops, he's sitting in a great spot right now. Shredda at about 8/10 back. J-Skin about 1.1, 1.0 now. Oh yeah, I think the finish right here, these three are going to be entertaining at the finish. As you can feel them really, really pushing hard now to try to get the best they can out of this thing. Shredda on the medium tires, though, in a good spot. Because I think here in a lap or two, really those softs are going to start falling off really hard. And that's what I worry about Asmo. You see he's got quite a bit. I mean, he's got plenty of fuel, but I don't know them tires are going to make it. He's going to try to hold on. But I actually don't look now. These guys are closing in on the back of Asmo, so we're going to keep an eye on that one as well. Shredda got about a half second behind him now to J-Skin. And there you see in the background, Asmo going to be under pressure here in just a moment from Fuller. We're going to watch this one this way as Fuller closes in on the back. We're going to have a 4-car battle here before too long. What they need to do, though, they're going to have to push to get around, because if they don't, that's going to let J-Skin close in. Looks like he lost a little bit of ground there. He's down over 2 seconds now. He lost that in that first sector. Shredda to the inside of Fuller. He knows he's got to make the move now. Not quite enough to get it done. Fuller will hold on to that 6th spot. Shredda in 7th. Asmo just doing everything he can right here to hold them off. Don't know if he's going to have enough to do it. I guess he's trying to stretch them to the end, but he is going to have to go 2 more laps after this one in order to make it. And there you see 3 cars nose to tail, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Asmo, Fuller, and Shredda. Fuller does have the run. He will look to the inside. We're going to jump back and watch this from Shredder's point of view. Side by side. This is a tricky spot to be side by side. We'll see if these drivers can get it done. Asmo will hold on to that spot. Good job by both drivers. Shredda as well, giving space. But they don't want to get too racy right here. They'll have J-Skin on the tail. He could easily add a 4th car to this mix. We might see a 3 wide here. And Fuller will clear Asmo. That's for the 5th spot. Asmo will tuck back in here into the 6th spot. And you can see the headlights behind Shredda. J-Skin joining the party under a second now behind. Shredda's going to have to go if he wants. Oh, and we will jump onto the J-Skin. Paint grouper, paint grouper, paint grouper. The lights on the back, that's hilarious. Shredda, Asmo, side by side, heading down the back straight. Shredda in the preferred position for this left-hander. J-Skin looking to make it spicy and thought about doing the 3 wide. He's going to go ahead and go down, give Shredder a little push. He's going to clear Asmo as well. Asmo drops back to the 8th spot, but doing a good job here. He should be able to hold on to that spot the rest of this one. With the tires he has, it's amazing he held on as long as he did, but Fuller has opened up the gap over Shredda. So we are down under 1 to go for anybody that crosses the line from here on out. Anybody crossing the line here sees the white flag. J-Skin's going to take a look. Oh, J-Skin will clear him. J-Skin into the 6th spot. Will be able to close in. He's going to look to try to close in on Fuller. We're going to watch from behind. Let's see if Shredda's able to do anything with him back into 1. He'll look to try to maybe get a run down that back straight. Like I said, we are 1 lap from the end of this thing. We'll jump back up here. Azrael coming around will have another lap after this one. I think he will cross the line with enough time. We'll stay on board here and watch. Tyro, you said it wrong. It's Pantry Trooper. I just noticed you said pantry. Pantry Droopers. Oh man, that's some funny stuff right there. And yep, Azrael will have one more lap, but I believe everybody else will cross the line this time for the finish. As Sampi is under a little bit of pressure, but I don't think it's going to matter as they come down the front straight. Time will expire. Sampi will come across the line. That's going to be your P2 finisher. Sampi's going to be followed by Mopar. Mopar with a podium. And we see Nas in a good spot here in the 4th position. Will hold on to that. J-Skin in the 5th spot. Did get around Fuller. I guess I missed that one. So Nas across the line. He'll take the 4th spot. These 3 cars coming around the final few corners. Looks like J-Skin's going to hold on to that P5. And there they go across the line. J-Skin, Fuller, and Shredda. Look at that split right there. That was a good one. 3 cars within a second after a whole 60-minute race. Asmo holds on to the end here. Is going to take over that 8th spot. Krula back up into the 9th spot after some early mid-race issues. Let's see. Let's jump back up here. Let's go see our leader. Let's see. What do we got crossing next? So Keneal will take the 10th spot across the line. Juanita's going to come across the line next. After that, Azrael. So we're going to look at Azrael as he's going to give a flash, letting everybody know, hey, I'm the winner. I did one more lap than everybody. 30 laps in the books. 60 minutes in the books. Actually, 61 and a half here by the time it's all said and done. Azrael from 2nd to 1st. Your winner, round number 5, Petit LeMonkey, is going to be Azrael from Infinite Octane Racing. Oh, and I got a great view of this. Look at that. Oh, what style. Jose coming across the line in 11th, 12th to Chef, and 13th to T-Can. All right, that's going to wrap up round number 5. We will be back up here in about 27 minutes. So we will get our screenshots here. Look at all those Ferraris. Ferrari! All right, I'd like to thank everybody for joining. We will see you in just a little bit. Make sure you join back. Make sure you share. And we will be back in a few.